everybody. This is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and we are just getting set up to play our next game. Yes, indeed. This is going to be played live on Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I hope you guys will join us for our next game. Going to be a lot of fun. Now, we're going to follow up on our Uprising 1888 sort of storyline that we've been doing, kind of a Victorian sci-fi idea of some Victorian skirmishes on the planet Venus, of course, which everybody knows is a jungle planet. So here's a quick look at some of the stuff that's set up here. We have a bit of a scouting force over here coming on the table. They're looking for signs of that this old death cult, this old temple here is reactivated. And as soon as they arrive, they realize, hey, look, right there, there's a frantic person escaping from the temple. So they're going to try and talk to her and find out what's going on. Let's take a look at the two leagues that we're going to be using in this scenario. Here is a picture of Mylakee's league that she's going to be using this time. So she has, of course, Mylakee is here, same character that we used last time, veteran, Moxie, and has the commander ability. And then she has Vannamoinen as her sidekick. We're going to say that she left Lemminkainen and a few of her other foot troops behind to guard the outpost, the mining outpost. So small little groups are going around, basically just a scouting mission to find out what's going on and where the enemy, if they're gathering in force, where is that happening. And of course they got Pato there, the woodman is with them. Drewlands are kind of interesting. Let's take a look at them. We have Elsa, Francis, and Nina. They have 3 dice 6 in brawling. The Raptors actually give them an extra +1, so they'll normally have, while they're mounted, they'll have 4 dice 6 in brawling. That's pretty good, but they're not the most agile of beasts, so they actually lose a dice off of their dodge skill while they're mounted. But they are armored, so they can kind of count on their armor to protect them as well. Very, very cool. Other than that, Woodman is the same as last time. Vannamoinen is the same, and Mylakee are the same as last time as well. We also did a lot of changes to the Skrull force, so I want to show you what they're looking like. So here they are, deployed for battle. Looking pretty cool there. Looking pretty cool. You can see them all spread out. And I'm going to go through and kind of explain a little bit about how that league was put together and set up. So here's another picture of the league, so I can kind of talk about them a little bit here. Now, of course, they are led by Kek-Ich, who is only a level 3 character. And I guess for this, it's almost more of a, as far as the story is concerned, he is the leader. But this time, they do have a level 4 character in there. And that is that big, old, beefy monster. So if you remember last time, the league was made up under the Mastermind perk. And this time, the league is made up completely different. That's made up more like a normal league, and it includes that leader level character, which in this instance is that big old Bull Gorak. That's how I was able to fit the Bull Gorak in there by the rules, is to put it in there as the leader. And then, of course, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Skrulls, using the gang rules for those. He has one follower out there called Redtail, and I kind of think of him almost as like the fellow that takes care of the Bull Gorak and feeds it and cleans cleans up after it and stuff like that. I also want to go ahead and roll for the scenario events. We're going to roll for initiative. We're going to draw cards. So let's get all of that done as well. Hey, before we get too much further, though, will you take a moment and make sure you hit that like button? If you're not a subscriber to our little channel, please take a moment right now and make sure you hit that red subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, be sure and hit that bell so you get a notification when we upload a new video. So the next thing that we're going to do is roll for the random events for the scenario. So I have two sides here. I got a white dice and a red dice here, and I'm going to roll. The red dice is for the Skrulls. The red dice is a one. That is a delayed. That's interesting. The white dice is a 5, so first turn is reconnoiter. So nobody can move over 6 inches on turn number 1, and nobody can shoot, nobody can rush an enemy, yada yada. So that's interesting. Again, that kind of plays into our story of it being an encounter between two scouting forces, right? Turn number 1, they're really trying to just look around and see what's going on. So no fighting on turn number 1. Also, they're all kind of taking their time as they move up towards the old temple. Now, unfortunately, for those of you that sometimes ask this question, that result affects every single model on the table. When we say characters cannot, that means all characters. If we're referring to your side or a specific character, then we will say your characters or your leader or something like that. If it just says characters, then that means every character on the table is affected by it. So, the Skrulls rolled a 1, so they have 7 different options there. Let's get a D8. So 1 through 4 will just be one of the gangs. 5 will be the Bulgorak. 6 will be Redtail. 7 will be Kakinch. And if I roll an 8, I'll re-roll. Oh my gosh. 5 is the Bulgorak. Doggone it. All right, Bulgorak is lagging behind a little bit, so it's not actually going to deploy at the start of the game. That's interesting. So it will not deploy until the start of turn number 2. So it's definitely coming in a little bit late. So I guess we need to roll for starting initiative, and then we're going to draw cards. So here is starting initiative. The red dice is for the Skrulls. Red dice is a 4, white is a 6, and that means the Danes are starting off as the director. So the next thing we need to do is draw a hand of fortune cards, and then we'll be ready to start the scenario. So since the Danes are the director, draw their 3 cards first, and they get a clear shot, sidestep, and an uncanny. That's pretty good. Those are pretty good cards for them. So now we'll draw for the Skrulls. They get 3 cards as well, and they got a stumble, always good, a lucky break, and a sidestep as well. So that will be their starting hand. All right, boys and girls, I hope you will join us on Sunday. This is going to be a live game played on Sunday, 10 a.m. Central Time. You don't want to miss this one. Bye, everybody.